Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Tangle Teacher, and another lesson using my book, and it is Tangle, Relax, and Ponder, and where do you Virtuous. And every book has to have a typo, at least one or two. This one has a couple, and Virtuous, when I did it, I just didn't proofread well enough. And who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies, and it says fair in the book, but I just took a little white jelly roll and marked it out. And when I tangle, I'm going to tangle something up in there so you won't even notice. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but we're going to tangle on it. I started this one with some roses because I think roses are beautiful, and this is the roses from the Diva, and they're not really roses. It wasn't from the Diva, it's from Maria, and it's called Rock and Roll. And then I have 1, 2, 3 little Beeline, just some other things in it. But we're going to add a couple of other organic tangles. I'm kind of stuck on organic lately, and but what that means is that or freestyle tangles instead of grid. They're just a freestyle, and we're just going to blend them in. And Ansu is what I'm going to do next, and I like Ansu. It works really well as a flower petal or something, but if you're into spirals, and I love spirals, that's what this rose is a spiral. Ansu is also a spiral. And so we're just going to start it, and I'm going to turn my book a little bit so I can draw, and I'm going to draw Ansu up one of these lines. And then I'm probably going to add something else along with it, but today's lesson's going to be Ansu. And it starts out, and then it just spirals in. That's not a very good one. We'll do it again so that I have it a little bit better. So we make our round, and then we just kind of have it as a point and spirals in. That one was a little odd, but you know what? That happens every once in a while, and we just deal with it. You know, but you can see how it just works its way. It can just, and I like to give it that little point. And I'm just going to work it, and it can be smaller or it can be larger, and it's just going to go up this line. Even though the line is kind of overlapping, I'm just spiraling in a sense and coming back and forth on the line. But you can see, and I'm going to start to now make these a little bit smaller because I want them, well, maybe not. I want them to kind of end up here, but I may come back and add something a little different. I don't know. But you can see how easy this is. For a second there, I thought, did I start the camera? Just a petal, and it just spirals around itself. Makes a great leaf tangle, and it works and I'm just working it right to the end of that row. So it just came right out to the end of there. Now this one, you know, I can go back in and connect these together by putting, you know, my favorite little, let me come in, you can't even hardly see that. By putting my famous little circles in there, and the connected, I think I'm going to do just some little beeline. But I just can put a few little orbs in here. And you can see how that really connects it. It also connects it with this one so that the tangles kind of join together. Yet I'm using a completely different tangle than what was on the page. I use something completely different. And then I love fillers of orbs. And this one's kind of an open tangle, not much drama to it. So we're going to see what we can do to make this have a tad more drama than what it gives us as it is. Because I like to add drama. This has a lot of drama. For me, it's the black that makes it have the drama. So we could come back in here and we could add these instead of having them just be circles. We could fill them in and it gives just a little bit of drama. So we just fill in those, not every one, just every so often, and that helps give that a little bit of drama. Also, I think the beeline coming out like that also helps give your drawing a little drama. And I love beeline. Along with fescue, I think it just is a great little tangle. Because it can be done with, you know, along with something else. So I told you that I filled that in with my jelly roll. What I did is I should have done it on camera, I just took my jelly roll and, oops, I should have left well enough alone. Peeled it right up. So I should have left that. We'll see. Now you can kind of see it even better. I'm going to let that dry a little bit more. I should have left it alone. And I'm probably going to bring a line. This line comes up, so I could, out of here, I could do another Ansu out of there, or I could just bring a line up and let it go in between there and fill that in. We'll have to let it dry because it didn't dry well enough. And let me see, maybe. I'm making it even worse. You can really see the E now. So we'll come up. I probably should have just left it alone and let it be price fair above rubies, but it is really, if I'm quoting Proverbs 31:10, I need to have it correct. So we're just going to bring a line up, and I'm just, you can see I kind of went right through there. So I'm going to add just a little tangle right in there, and see, you know, how I might have to let it dry a little bit more because it doesn't want to write on it. But that's how I'm fixing that little mistake is I just drew a little leaf in there, and I could even come back on this and make it a little wider so that, let me scan back out so you can see that then the eye, I mean, you just don't really see it anymore. And now I think this needs colored in, so I'm going to take my 05 and I'm trying to decide what do I want to do it with. I think I'm going to use blue. I'm going to take my PN red and I'm going to color this in red. So I'm going to outline it. And maybe I will just outline it and I don't know for sure what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll just put in just some background. I think that's what I'm going to do. If I don't like it, I can always fill in. And just give this some tangles within that shape. Just because I have the ability to do that. And I can use all sorts of different tangles. Or I could use the same tangle. But that's an option for doing the lettering. If you don't want to color it in with pencil, you can use your pen and color it in. And then another way to make drama here is to come in here and add just a little color in this background like that to add some color to that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use Ansu up this line also, just because I can on here and it gives me something to work on and do. And I'm going to go ahead and color in all of those letters with probably just a very simple line tangle. And that's the lesson today. Great lesson, Ansu. And don't forget to tangle every day and subscribe to this channel. New videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think I'm getting back in the swing of things. Actually, I'm filming prior to surgery and I'm feeling really good about doing this. It's really giving me some calm feeling. So that's what we're doing to just kind of calm ourselves down prior to surgery. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.